What's going on, everyone? It's Tony here, and welcome back to the Yacht Addiction YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be touring the Pearl 95. Pearl Yachts, they're a boutique UK-based yacht builder, and this is the flagship model from Pearl. This is the largest yacht that they build. We were actually touring the Pearl 82 next door, which is making its American debut. And we had a little bit of extra time, so I thought, hey, why not come aboard the Pearl 95? Let's see what this one's all about. Today is the first day I've ever toured a Pearl, and I was very impressed with the Pearl 82. We'll be posting that one first on the channel, so if you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below. But I was very impressed with Pearl and what I saw, so I imagine we're going to be very impressed with this one as well. We don't have all the time in the world for this tour, and this wasn't a scheduled appointment, so this is actually going to be a first look walkthrough. I've spent about 2 minutes on board. I literally ran, I shouldn't say literally, but I walked very briskly from the swim platform up through the main deck just to quickly check it out. But other than that, my first impressions for the most part will be your first impressions. But right away, this yacht does make a fantastic first impression. We have a massive hydraulic swim platform. It expands the entire width of the yacht. And from the board out in front of the booth, we do have a couple of the specifications. I'll put a full list down in the description, but the yacht is 95 feet in length, or 95 feet and 10 inches to be precise. The beam is 22 feet, and it has a draft of 6 feet and 9 inches. I also read it comes in a 4 or 5 cabin layout. I'm honestly not sure which one this is. I would imagine the 5 cabin layout, but we'll see. So anyways, back to the hydraulic swim platform. It's a massive space, the entire width of the yacht. You can see a boarding ladder attached right here, as well as a shower. But then in addition to that, you can see when this is lowered into the water, over on the port side, you'll see the cutout for the stairs, because when this is lowered, this transforms into a staircase where you can literally walk right from the water up this port side staircase up onto the aft deck. And that's a fantastic design. I love seeing that, especially on a large yacht like this. Then you'll also see the tracks in the swim platform, and that's because this yacht features a beach club. You'll see we have all the freestanding furniture, but then also when you don't have the furniture in place, you can actually store some jet skis or a tender in this garage. So with the swim platform, you use the tracks to release it out into the water. And before we step on board, we're going to slip our shoes off. Pearl actually has a wonderful display set up at the show. We're in Fort Lauderdale. We have the 82 over here. They have the 62 as well as the 72. But pro tip on this grass area, this actually gets pretty hot in the sun. So when you take your shoes off, make sure you slip them in the shade. All right, now we're ready to come on board. So we have the staircases leading up on either side, and it looks like there's an option for a passerelle. Then here you can see where you'd house the jet ski or tender. And we have a TV, and I believe on this far side, we have a refrigerator. Or actually, you know what? I think it's a sink underneath here. That makes a little more sense. Here's the refrigerator. And then storage, I would imagine, along the rest of this. You also have speakers integrated into the walls. Let's head up onto the aft deck. This is a massive space. You can see we have the teak table with the custom inlay, U-shaped seating that wraps around. This hatch, I imagine, will grant us access to the engine room. We're gonna have a lot of assumptions on this one, guys. Like I said, this was not planned, but I also just wanted to check. You do have the door over here. This will also lead down to the engine room. We'll go there later on. And then back on the aft deck, it also looks like we have a bar area. This powered door does have a sensor. And we have an ice maker and refrigerator underneath here. And then over on this side of the aft deck, I see some hinges here, so I'm curious. Yep, this is nicely integrated. You have the aft docking station. So So it seems like a really well-equipped aft deck area. You'll see this massive door is mirrored, but up here, this is the sensor. So let's head inside. Ooh, guys, I am liking what I'm seeing. This is very similarly themed to the Pearl 82 that we saw, which I absolutely loved. We're gonna adjust our camera really quick because we do have a good amount of light in here. There we go. I love the design that Pearl incorporates. Things like this backlit stone really elevates the space. And this door is very sensitive. Of course, when you want to, you can turn off that sensor. We're at the show, a lot of people are coming and going. Underneath the TV, the stone is also backlit. There it goes again. All right, let's move forward. It looks like we have glass doors on either side. So you can open this up completely on either side of the dining room, get a wonderful cross breeze going. I have not stepped foot over by the galley. Sometimes I think it's fun to do some of these first look walkthroughs. Obviously I want to be as thorough as possible, but like I said, this one is unplanned, so sometimes you just gotta roll with it. Ooh, it looks like we have, these are Gagano appliances. This is extremely high-end stuff. 2 refrigerators underneath. This is cool. I think this is the exhaust fan that's integrated right into the cooktop. And I'm searching, maybe it's right here. I'm searching for the dishwasher. That is not it. Maybe it's this one. There we go. And your refrigerator is right over here. Now I also imagine that down this staircase, this is where the crew area begins, but I love this black detail on the wall. This is a pleasant surprise. Pretty good sized crew mess. Relative to the size of the yacht, you don't have a massive crew on board. Let's count the cabins. This looks like the captain's cabin with just the single bed. And his or her ensuite is right here. They have the rainfall shower and the separate wand. And also this door, it's finished very nicely. They still have the elevated details on here. And then it looks like 2 more crew cabins. Both of these are bunks and they're mirrored to each other. And I believe they will share the head right here. And you can see they have a Garmin screen so they can monitor the cameras, the lights, all the other systems on board. Great for situational awareness for the crew. And then here is your washer and dryer. Let's close those doors behind us and make our way back upstairs. We have a door leading out to the side deck. I know it's a little cheesy. Let me show you the promo video for the Pearl 95 for just a moment. Maybe we'll get a nice profile shot of the yacht. There goes that door again. And actually, it sounds like we have some clients coming on board, so let's keep things moving. Up here, it looks like we have a raised pilot house configuration. The guest cabins will be down here. Here's the day head. And guys, we have not stepped foot in the owner's suite. Where we're standing, this is the extent of how far we've gotten into the yacht. We just basically, as we were running through really quick, confirmed day head, this is where the owner's suite is. So the anticipation is high. Gosh, look at this. Absolutely stunning. This is very similar to the Pearl 82, although a little bit larger. Actually, a good amount larger. Wow. Let me go to the front of the room. Take this in, guys. You have to comment down below. Let me know, do you like the interior design of this one so far? Personally, I'm a big fan of it. We have some chairs over here and a small table. Then look at the windows you get. What a fantastic view out the front of your room. And the TV rises up right here. Here is the ensuite. Guys, wow. Just wait till I turn around. This is a massive space. You have your soaking tub right by the window. And let me slowly turn around. Take a look at how big this is. You have the bench here, almost like a little dressing space. And then a huge rainfall shower. There's even a little decorative piece and cutout in the shower.
Thanks, man. Check that out.
So, down this staircase. Oh my gosh, guys, this is so elegant, so luxurious. Pearl really outdid themselves with this one. When they call themselves a boutique builder, what I really think they mean by that is although they have the full line from 60 all the way up to 95 feet, they're still not cranking out as many holes as some of the other popular UK builders like Princess or Sunseeker. And where I think they make up for that is the interior design as well as the quality. Because every single room you go into, this is fantastic.
So same, these slide together, you can do a pull in here as well, both sides.
That's something that somebody in Harbor Town would have the ability to do.
Yeah,
or somebody with workers there.
Absolutely. When you work with me as well, man, you get 15 years of all my contacts without somebody taking 20% off.
So these two VIP cabins, absolutely splendid.
Fingerprints and any going out to take your hand off the rail.
In every single space you look, there's some type of nice design element. And here are the two smaller cabins. And there is a track in the floor, so these can be pushed together. But even the smallest cabin, you still have the rainfall shower. And last but not least, cabin number 5. And you get a ton of space in between these two beds, so nothing's cramped whatsoever. Let's open up one of these closets because I wasn't opening them up earlier. Looks like we have a built-in safe, and the lights do turn on automatically. And then the final ensuite is right here. Even the staircase, guys, look at this. I know I talked about it coming down. This is spectacular. We'll come back to the pilot house, don't you worry. Let's head up to the flybridge next. Just kidding. There's some clients on board up on the flybridge. This is the flagship model from Pearl. It's going to be a very popular yacht. One thing I did want to point out, we have the glass built into the railing here. So when you have the floor-to-ceiling doors with the windows, you get unobstructed views looking out. And obviously when you're standing, you can see over the railings, but that's really nice when you're sitting down on the sofa. Little details like that really elevate the area. And we need to adjust again because, man, it is bright out today. We're in sunny Fort Lauderdale. And take a look at this bow area. Let's head all the way to the front first. You can see the winches, your anchor chain, your bollards. And then all the way tucked into the front, you have the bench area. And here are those windows into the owner's suite. As you can see, they are mirrored, which means no one can peer in, see what you're doing. And then up here on the foredeck, what a lovely area. We have the teak lining in the middle for the path, sun pads flanking each side, your pop-up lights, and the U-shaped seating wrapped around a matching table to the one you saw in the aft deck. As mentioned, we're at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. You can see yachts and super yachts everywhere we look, but I think a good spot would be right down there on the dock. So I'm going to magically teleport over there, so then you can get a little bit of this profile shot at the show. And as you can see, absolutely gorgeous. This yacht has great lines, and it's always crazy to see when you film the profiles. These yachts are so much bigger than you'd actually expect in person. They're so impressive. All right, let's teleport back to the foredeck. And last but not least, there are speakers built into this area. And one difference I'm noticing between the 82 and the 95, not a huge deal, but maybe they'll incorporate this into the 95 in the future. You can see right here, the path from the foredeck leads directly up to the flybridge. That's one thing I would like to see on this version. It allows you to get around the yacht extremely easily. But here, as you can see, this leads back down to the main deck. Not a big deal whatsoever, but just a little thing I noticed that maybe in the future, they can offer that as an option. And the wind is picking up a little bit. I apologize if there's any of that noise. As you can see, this leads us back to the aft deck. And if you're enjoying this Pearl 95, make sure you leave a like on the video. Also, if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. You never want to miss out. We have new tours coming every single week. Let's go see if the raised pilot house is clear. I'll tell you what, I've only been on 2 Pearl yachts, but I will never get tired of walking through the main salon doors. It is a great feeling being on a Pearl yacht, I'm not gonna lie. I also really love these backlit stone areas. Now, stepping up to the raised pilot house, we have an L-shaped seating area just aft of the captain's chair. And then an ultra-modern bridge. Looks like 6 multi-function displays, and they're all integrated very nicely. So you just have the 6 and nothing else in your way. I know there's a little bit of a glare, so I apologize for that. You can see your throttle control, bow and stern thruster control, and your VHF radio. And then you also have some windows overhead, and that's kind of why there's a glare. There are shades that can be drawn across here. Currently, we just have this open. And the flybridge, it looks like we still have some traffic there. Give me one sec, guys. I think they're actually heading out. You have an extremely heavy-duty door to get out to the sun deck, or the flybridge I should say. Technically not a sun deck, because this is not a tri-deck super yacht. But honestly though, if it's your yacht, call it whatever you want. Here is the second helm station up on the flybridge. You have another set of controls. You have the 3 Garmin multifunction displays, 2 captain's chairs, and then we have the bar area built in, where we have a sink, refrigeration, that might have been the ice maker actually, some storage. Let's see if we can find it. More storage, and more storage. There we go. The drawer refrigerator is right here, and the ice maker is right here. You know, this is a fantastic sociable area. Overhead in the hardtop, this soft section can be retracted back. And I know it's getting a little windy. Let me go all the way to the back and we'll turn around. But as you'll see, very super yacht-esque with the glass railing. You got a great view. I mean, imagine having your morning cup of coffee right here, the little table. You have a sun pad right next to the jacuzzi. Overall, I'm extremely impressed with this Pearl 95. And then here, we have an alfresco dining table, U-shaped seating that wraps around, and then one more lounging space. And I'm gonna walk all the way back again, and I'm gonna try to backpedal to avoid some of that wind. It's coming from the east. This is a massive flybridge for a yacht of this size. And I think the last place we need to tour is down in the engine room. So let's head there now. One thing that's made this first look tour a little bit easier is because it is so similar to the Pearl 82, and I was very well researched for that one. A lot of it just felt pretty natural. And also at this point in the channel, we filmed a good amount of super yachts of all shapes and sizes. So I think I have a pretty decent idea of what to expect. And this staircase leads right down into the engine room. And I believe that's the stabilization system in the middle. And even though you have the garage, this engine is large enough where you can get full access to the engines, and then the garage cutout is right here. And that's because the garage isn't the largest in the world. It's a garage/beach club hybrid. This yacht has a few different engine options. You can get cat engines that are 1,925 horsepower, or you can opt for the larger MTU engines, which are 2,600 horsepower. With the engine upgrade, you're looking at a top speed of 28 knots. You can cruise at 18 knots, and you'll get around 400 nautical miles of range. You could drop it down to 10 knots, and maybe you get a little over 1,000 nautical miles. This yacht isn't designed to be a world cruiser or anything like that. It's a fun, fast, raised pilot house yacht. And then this is the hatch. This staircase is how you get up to that aft deck hatch. That's a ladder. It's getting a little hot. Tony's getting a little delirious. But for you, I will suffer from heat stroke and delusion. Happy to do it any day of the week. I'm just kidding, guys, I'm fine. I do get very hot at these shows, but I always try to drink water, stay hydrated throughout the day. And I don't think you care to hear me ramble on any further about that. All right, everyone. I think we've seen every area on board this Pearl 95. This is an excellent flagship model. This is the second Pearl model I've been on. I've been impressed with both of them immensely. So comment down below. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. and we will catch you next time.